Ladies and gentlemen, I'm John Gray here with Coach John Olive on the John Olive Fifth Quarter Show after a region game in Nolensville last night, and tough football team. Nolensville,
very good
undefeated.
football team, undefeated, fifth in the state, and we fought hard, just came up short. We, in order to be able to beat a good football team, that means coaches, myself, players, we've got to clean up our play. We just, you can't play against a good football team and make the mistakes that we make, and be able to win. And so anyway, we're close. We're real close to being right there with those teams. We just have to be able to limit our mistakes to a lot less than what they are right now.
Right. Well, just to let you folks know, Nolensville undefeated, six games. Before us last night, they beat their opponents by 175 points. That's 35 points a game, average, that they beat everyone they played. The score last night was 13-7.
Yeah.
So we played them better than anybody's played them all year.
We did. It still came up short. So, and the biggest thing, proud of our effort. Okay, the biggest thing is that the home playoffs, for the most part, are gone for us now. Mm-hmm. Last night was for playing for a position in the playoffs, to be able to stay in contention for hosting a playoff game. And so the top two teams in our region are going to be Marshall County and Nolensville. Right. In all likelihood. I don't see that changing. One of those will be one will be two, and so they'll be the host. We've got to win our next ball game against Lawrenceburg. If we do that, we're in the playoffs.
Right.
And then the last ball game of the season versus Maplewood will in all likelihood be for who is third place and who is fourth place. And fourth place team is going to go to Livingston. They're head and shoulders above everybody else over there. They've got everybody back that played against us last year, 3 preseason all-state players, and they've done nothing to make anybody think any differently.
Right.
As they are rolling through their schedule. So, next ball game is Lawrenceburg. That's the one we got to get ready for. We're going to be off next week, but we're going to try to get ourselves focused on Lawrenceburg, get them taken care of. That'll get us into the playoffs. We got another non-region game outside at Pulaski against Giles County. Then we'll come back home on November the 1st and host Maplewood. And that one will be, if we take care of business with Lawrence County, that one will be for third in the region.
Third place, yeah. And it appeared last night that Maplewood, who hasn't really been playing all that well, woke up.
Well, they've been playing a really, really, really hard schedule. I still say they can end up 3-7 and be second place in our region. That's how hard their schedule has been.
Yeah.
And because our region is a pretty tough region, and they got back into region play. They've been beat by Marshall County in the region, and now they've beaten Spring Hill.
Right.
And I think they beat Lawrenceburg.
Right.
So they're 2-1 inside the region, and I think they're 2-5 on the season, something like that. 2-6, 2-5, I believe is what they are. So anyway, their non-region schedule's been really, really difficult, and so they'll be good. They'll be a playoff team.
Right. Okay. Well, what we'll do right now is take a quick break and be back with the first quarter.
Mustang Sally. You better slow that Mustang down at Russell Barnett Ford in Tullahoma on Highway 55, where you can receive up to $4,000 off original MSRP. That's Russell Barnett Ford in Tullahoma. And remember, my question is, why buy anywhere else?
Thank you, Dr. Colin Bills, for once again covering the Wildcats football game. In addition to his sideline presence, Dr. Bills with Tenova Orthopedics and Sports Medicine is offering an injury clinic every Saturday morning from 9 to 12 throughout this fall season for athletes of all ages. Located at Suite 300 of the Jackson Medical Plaza, 1805 North Jackson Street. Whether you've experienced a sprain or more serious injury, you no longer have to wait until Monday to see an orthopedic physician. Thanks again to Tenova Orthopedics for your support, and go Wildcats.
Terry Stroop here with Stroop's Accurate Refrigeration. We've had a long, hot summer. It's football time here in Tullahoma, and with that comes fall weather. It's a great time for you to schedule your fall maintenance checks so we can help keep you comfortable. Stroop's Accurate Refrigeration would like to congratulate the class of 2020.
It was us. We let the dogs out. Bark in the Park is Saturday, November 2nd from 10 until 2 at Wagner Park. Come out and help support the Tullahoma Animal Shelter's Medical Fund during a day of barking family fun that includes dog contests, grooming, pup paw art, a bounce house, and more. Contact Jeff Wilson at the Tullahoma Animal Shelter to learn more.
Get your news first, fast, and free with your news leader on 6 every Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday nights at 6, 8, and 10 p.m. Local weather, sports, community calendar events, and a comprehensive look at the latest news stories and news makers as only a video news broadcast can do. Get it first, fast, and free with News Leader on Channel 6, your local information network.
Our captains last night, number 6, Hunter Palmer's the permanent captain. Number 22, Hunter Jewell. Number 20, Jake Hollingsworth. And number 41 is Jacob Floyd. And I thought Jacob played a really good football game.
He had a good ball game last night.
We finally lose the toss. We had won 3 or 4 tosses in a row. But Nolensville wins the toss, and they defer to the second half, so we're going to take the football. You need to know that there's a little bit of a breeze blowing from right to left, and does affect the game. Their kicker's an outstanding kicker. He puts that ball in the end zone. So we're going to start most drives at the 20 after a kickoff. We open up here, throwing the ball to Hunter, and get one of them blocked and pick up 3 yards. We're gonna come right back. Run Brian Nims here, good cut, and he picks up the first down.
That's an excellent facility there.
It's a gorgeous facility. In fact, they got a great environment all the way around. We hit Hunter Palmer again, and this time he picks up 7 or 8 yards before they can get him down. Jacoby Thomas carrying the ball. And
had a cut right there.
You see number 8 kept him from being able to do much. He misses the tackle, but Kutras is the young man's name, and for old timers, you remember his grandfather. His grandfather was a longtime coach here in Middle Tennessee, and is a Hall of Fame football coach there in the metro area. I think his name was Nick Kutras, if I remember right. And so his grandson's an outstanding player, number 8 in the dark jersey. Good run right here. Good job by Brian and the offensive line there. You know, we've got J.T. Taylor playing in there at center, and Good play by them. I mean, we thought a really good play on, and if you're watching this later on, you'll watch them run what's called a zone blitz, and number 70, the defensive tackle, is backing out while the linebackers are blitzing, and good call by them. 70 makes the play on a play that we thought we had a good shot at making work.
And as you watch this, look at the difference in the punting game. We had a good punting game, and their punting game gave us some opportunities.
Yep, we had good field position. Just couldn't. They're showing us a little bit different sets here early. The quarterback's going to run the ball a whole lot more against us than he has all season. He probably ran the ball more last night than the whole season combined. They run stretch play there and pick up the first down. They've got two tailbacks. You got 34 and you got 2. 34 is a really good athlete. 2's a freshman and can absolutely fly. So you're dealing with just a good football team. Good job. That's right
a great
there.
job.
Justin Scott, Jacob Floyd, our 2 inside linebackers meet at the ball carrier, and that's a great job.
I usually sit close to the Floyd family, and you talk about a vocal bunch of fans. I mean, they are into it.
And there, we make a mistake. We got them 3rd down and 8 or so, and they go with what we would call a freeze play, where they tried to hard count it, and they drew us off sides, and then they're able to pick up the 2 yards to get the first down. It's little mistakes like that we're talking about that we've got to get cleaned up. Quarterback there on just a quarterback draw, picks up 3. And we got the blitz on. The blitzer misses him. Justin Scott misses him, but Seth Cullum sacks him. We've got him into a 3rd and long situation. They try to run a draw here. We've got him wrapped up. We just don't tackle very well. And he's able to pick up good yardage. It'll still be 4th down, but we don't have him backed up nearly as far as we did. And good job by Jacoby. There's signs that we have made progress as a football team. We actually moved the ball against them better than we did Shelbyville, which had a very similar defense to these guys. Shelbyville's linebackers are probably faster, but very similar. And Jacoby catching the punts is big now. He's doing a great job of that. Try to run the ball there and trying to run it right at them. Leaves us with about a 3rd and 5. And we're basically trying to get 2 first downs every time we get our hands on the ball. And we're going to take a timeout right here as we can't get lined up. We're going to come back and try to hit Hunter Jewell here. And drops one. He doesn't drop them very often, but he dropped that one, and I'm not sure he could have got the first down anyway. He had 2 to 3 hard yards to get with the defender right on him. And Will Stone, with Brody Melton doing the deep snapping last night, Will Stone punts them back down there again. Got them backed up. Winning the field position battle so far. Here comes the quarterback draw. First guy missed him. We've got several there, but he's a tough old runner, and he still picks up some yards, 3 or 4. And they're a no huddle team, so that makes this drawn out as we have to start filming as soon as they get back up on the ball. And miss they're out there is they had it. They'll come back and hit it later on in this game. Good job right there at picking up the back, coming out of the backfield. And I really thought they got away with an offensive pass interference there. The inside guy, he wasn't trying to, but because the ball is in the air and our safety is coming forward, he ends up blocking our safety.
It's a pick.
Well, the ball's thrown in behind him. It's like a screen downfield.
Yeah.
So anyway, but it's 0-0. We've been winning the field position battle, but neither one of us have really been close to getting to the end zone.
And I know up in the stands it appeared, and you see something in the stands that is not the same thing that you see on the field. It appeared that they were getting away a lot last night with some holding in the backfield and on the line of scrimmage. But it wasn't called, so what do you do? I mean, nothing you can say about it.
Just play.
I guess you could call holding on every play.
You can. You try to call the ones that affect the play.
Right. So that's what? Nothing right now.
0-0.
First quarter's over with.
Yep.
On a team that's undefeated. That's pretty good. We'll see what happens next right after this commercial break.
Since 1889, Traders Bank has been helping our neighbors realize their dreams. Whether our customers are looking to put a roof over their heads, try their hand at entrepreneurship, or see themselves behind the wheel of a shiny new car, the folks at Traders Bank have always been ready to dive in with them. Because at Traders, we lend you more than just money. We lend you our good name. Traders Bank, you're welcome.
Ah, the glory days. Running to daylight on the gridiron and chasing a ball with a mind of its own. Cheering the team to victory and marching to the beat of your own drum. Memories that last a lifetime. But sometimes we're reminded of our glory days in ways we'd rather forget. Get back in the game. The rehab team at Life Care Center of Tullahoma is ready to help you live and play well.
La Fiesta Bar and Grill, located at 1410 North Jackson Street at the Quality Inn. The La Fiesta offers the freshest and best presented Mexican dishes in the area. The recently remodeled restaurant offers you all of your favorites, from chips and salsa to chicken, steak, and seafood dishes. There's a fiesta going on every day at La Fiesta Bar and Grill, 1410 North Jackson Street, Tullahoma. Get your news first, fast, and free with your news leader on 6 every Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday nights at 6, 8, and 10 p.m. Local weather, sports, community calendar events, and a comprehensive look at the latest news stories and news makers as only a video news broadcast can do. Get it first, fast, and free with News Leader on Channel 6, your local information network.
Nolensville opens up with the football, and they're trying to hit the out route again. And again, he misses it there to Kutras.
Big hole right there.
And this time, try to hit Kutras there on a dig route. And Quentin Howard, great job all over him. And they come back, and this time they use the other receiver. And Kutras has got our attention, and Jacoby comes up though, tackles him where he catches it, and we make them punt the ball back to us, and this time it's not a very good punt at all. We get a good bounce, and I think we take over a great field position.
Oh, yeah.
42-yard line. we need to go do something with it.
Like I said earlier, we control the punting game.
Good job
Great
there by the O-line.
Great job.
Tydrell Mitchell and Ian Poe, Caden Bradford, Logan Crouch, JT Thomas. And we looked like we had picked up good yardage again, but they don't get us for holding right there. So now we put ourselves in a first and about 21, 20.
Yeah.
And then we hurt ourselves even more. And that's what I'm talking about. We had a lineman move. Jumped the gun there. Jacoby gets it down the field. So we now at least got a chance. Second and about 8, and good hard run by Brian Nims. And we're at 3rd and 1. I mean, 3rd and 2. I think they moved it back on us. And we just get overwhelmed. Good play by them. 54 charged down hard inside us. We couldn't keep him out, and then we couldn't, the blocker that was coming couldn't get him either. So good play by them. We end up with a penalty there. So we back it back up, and this time Justice is only kick it short there. It's in the end zone, so it can't be run out in the state of Tennessee in high school football. I think that was Nick White on that tackle.
He came close to putting that ball on the ground right there.
Draw. Here comes quarterback draw. New little wrinkle for us.
Good cut. Good run.
He's a good football player. And hey, kind of take it to us right there before Jacob makes the tackle. And we need that sack. That just, we get the sack. This play is a dead play. Quentin's there with Kutras, but Kutras bigger, stronger, can jump higher, and he ends up getting the football.
So you go from a sack to a 30-some-odd yard game.
Yeah, puts them in scoring position, and they do score. They catch us there in a stunt, and the stunt ends up helping their blocking scheme. So it's 6 minutes to go in the quarter. It's now 7-0 Nolensville. And he doesn't get that one to the end zone. I thought we might have a chance, but we don't get the ball at the 20-yard line. Good coverage by them. We don't hand the ball off, though, to Hunter. And Hunter Palmer picks up 8 or 9 yards. And I thought Hunter ran with the ball really hard last night.
He and Jacoby both have quick feet.
They're the two best athletes that we have. And Hunter runs it again. Good blocking. They pick up the first down. Come back, hit Jacoby, and good tackle by number 1. He wasn't going to take any juke or fake. So second and 7. And we're going to come back and hit Jacob Dixon. And Jacob picks up good yardage, good blocking out there by Jake Hollingsworth and Brody Melton. And we're in a third and short situation, and we pick a hand up off the ground. So now we go from 3rd and 2 to 3rd and 7. And we get overwhelmed right there. We didn't perform very good on that play at all. They put their ears back and ran right by us. And so Will Stone to punt again. And he fumbles the thing, and if it doesn't go out of bounds. Well,
at least it went backwards.
It'd go backwards. There was one of their freeze plays. Well, their 2 offensive tackles, I thought, played really well against us. Just a good job by them.
Yeah, it was a good play.
I mean, they caught us in a blitz, and we could have taken that receiver, but then there was somebody else that would have been open because we had 2 over 3 once that back came out of there. And I don't know if they saw that when they froze, that they saw the linebackers were coming, or if they were just fortunate. Cooper Lawson.
Close.
Diving for that ball. But that's the route that we struggled with for most of the night. And here they're in a set. It looked like to me that the pink sock guy should not have been downfield. It should have been an ineligible receiver downfield.
Right.
I thought he was covered up. But they hit the out route there. And this time he is covered up. They're running the ball, so it doesn't make any difference. But I think he was covered up on the previous one as well. And I don't know. When it's away from you, every time they covered him up on our side, we pointed it out. We made sure everybody knew, and with him wearing pink socks, that's how we identified him. Again, good play by the quarterback, buying time, and then Kutras outruns us to the football. And as you watch this, you'll just see that Kutras is the fastest guy on the field. He'll run us down 2 or 3 times. He'll come flying up to change screens on the defensive side of the ball, and offensively, he's made his 2 big plays against us. Defense battling right here, though. This is right before halftime, and Hunter Jewell, Jacob Floyd on the tackle, 3rd and 1 with about 30 seconds to go before halftime. And they fumbled the football there. I don't believe he would have got in anyway, but they fumble it. I thought 2 was on pick it up and run it in, though. But good job by the Wildcat defense. We're going to hold them to the last play of the half here. We take a timeout. Doesn't make much difference. This ball would have been good from 50 yards. I mean, it soars.
Yeah, he was kicking them from 50 before the ball game.
He was definitely. But it was a win for us right there to give up only the 3 and not 7. So we still feel like we're in the ball game. We feel like we have scored a lot of points over the last few weeks. We can move the football if we'll just quit shooting ourselves in the foot. That we feel like we got a chance to score a couple of times coming up in the second half, and defense is playing well. We just got to figure out a way to keep them from getting a big play by the quarterback and Kutras.
Well, and you could tell early on that this was going to be one of those games where there's 2 or 3 opportunities
Yeah.
You know, because you got two good football teams playing each other, and it's who takes advantage of those opportunities that going to end up on top. And but what we want to do right now, we're going to show after I talk about some of our sponsors, we're going to show last week's halftime show, because our band had finished completely their whole performance, and that was the first time last week that we got to see the whole deal, and we're going to show that again because our band didn't go last night. And we want to thank the Donut Palace. That's what's left of mine right there. Looks like a little man with a flat top haircut, doesn't it? Huh? Look at him. He's one-eyed man with a flat top haircut. But that's over there at the Donut Palace. We want to thank them for all they do for us. They brought Coach and me and the players and everybody comes in here donuts for a long time. We want to thank Sundrop, our water sponsor, Deja Vu. Paige, we thank you for making that making that available. And by the way, go by the Sundrop shop and see her down there at her new venture downtown Tullahoma. We want to also mention the Legacy Creamery and the Eli Grove Foundation. The Run, Walk, and Ruck is coming up soon, Coach, isn't it?
November the 2nd.
November the 2nd. So that's to raise funds for the facility that Eli dreamed about having, a sports facility on the campus of Tullahoma High School. And please get involved with that. And another thing I want to say is Gondola. You know, Gondola sponsored our show and other things for us for a long time. They have added a new facility on the side of their building out there. It's a screened-in roof, screened-in patio porch type thing. Seats about 80. But they're going to have plastic, I think, and heaters out there in the wintertime. So it's another great big room where you can find a seat. When a lot of times, you know, they're so busy, you have to wait quite a while before you can get there and get some of that good stuff they have. But we appreciate the Gondola and all the rest of our sponsors that have helped make the John Olive Fifth Quarter Show able to happen for 27 years. 27 years, Coach.
Long time.
Long time. We appreciate you. We'll be back after these messages. Attention, attention. Tullahoma and surrounding areas. Spinelli's Pizzeria is now open at 121 Northwest Atlantic Street in downtown Tullahoma. They specialize in Philadelphia-style pizzas that you can order by the pie or by the gigantic slice. Spinelli's also has great sandwiches with breads imported from Philly, loaded stromboli, salads, and desserts. They are open from 11 a.m. until 3 a.m. with delivery every day. So stop by Spinelli's and get a slice. Hey, Tullahoma, stop by McMurray's for all your personal and business needs. Copying and finishing service. That's black and white and color copying, 1 to 1,000. Scan, print, reduce, enlarge up to 36 inches. Brochures, carbonless forms, design services, foam core mounting, fax service, comb and coil binding, lamination up to 40 inches. Wedding services include wedding invitations, wedding programs, and napkins. That's McMurray's, 101 West OG Street, Tullahoma. Open Monday through Friday, 7 a.m. to 6 p.m. McMurray's.
The choices we make today will impact tomorrow. Choosing natural gas today is the responsible energy choice for your home, your family, and our environment. Almost all natural gas we use is produced right here in North America. And with plentiful gas reserves, we can enjoy a safe and reliable energy future. Natural gas. The comfortable and responsible energy choice for today and tomorrow.
Brought to you by Elk River Public Utility District.
Donuts. Tasty. Donuts. Donuts.
Get your news first, fast, and free with your news leader on 6 every Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday nights at 6, 8, and 10 p.m. Local weather, sports, community calendar events, and a comprehensive look at the latest news stories and news makers as only a video news broadcast can do. Get it first, fast, and free with News Leader on Channel 6, your local information network. If you're looking for fuel, food, or fun, don't forget the Dameron Brothers stores. The Short Stop has fuel, food, and beverages. The Liquor Locker carries all of your favorite brands of wines and spirits. It has party supplies, beverages, and the area's best selection of premium cigars. So for all your party needs, Jeff and Jay say, come on by, and thank you for the support of our businesses. Since 1917, Builder Supply has been the place to go for all your building materials. It's where the contractors have shopped for years. Builder Supply stock Temco shingles, case knives, DeWalt, Stanley, and Makita tools, Peachtree Southern Rose and Sun windows, Quickset locks, General Shale brick, yellow wood, and pass load nail guns and nails. Experienced salespeople are there to help you find the right products for your job. So when you're ready to build, whether large or small, think Builder Supply, 301 South Atlantic Street in Tullahoma. The Gondola, located at 412 East Carroll Street, is Tullahoma's oldest pizza, pasta, and steakhouse, featuring all kinds of pizzas, calzones, pastas, and steaks, chicken, pork, sandwiches, and seafood. Check out their daily specials on Facebook. And don't forget that on Saturdays, there's ribs and smoked Boston butts. Add a great variety of appetizers and desserts, and come on in, y'all. Gondola has it all. For carry-out, call 455-9738. That's the Gondola Steakhouse, located at 412 East Carroll Street in Tullahoma. Get your news first, fast, and free with your news leader on 6 every Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday nights at 6, 8, and 10 p.m. Local weather, sports, community calendar events, and a comprehensive look at the latest news stories and news makers as only a video news broadcast can do. Get it first, fast, and free with News Leader on Channel 6, your local information network.
Nolensville gets the football to open up the second half. We kick it short. As they had a couple of return guys back there that we really didn't want to try to chase. So we gave them the ball outside the 30 when we do that, but we were willing to do that. Ian Poe, no, take that back. Garrett Harris on the tackle. They pick up 5 or 6 yards though.
We have some great kickers, but we can't kick the ball into the end zone every time.
Right. I hope to get there. Good job there by the defense as we hold them to a small game, but then Kuchers is going to rip us, and then we get a face mask penalty right there. We just barely grazed his face mask, but in high school football, there's no fight. Well, you know, it's 15. You don't get 15 most of it. It's just there. They keep changing that rule back and forth. They try to fake it to Kuchers and then throw it deep, but our corner is right back there where he's supposed to be. And Hunter Jewell gets the interception, but then number 5 knocks it out of his hand as he's tackling him, and they recover it. Good job by Jacob. Second down and long. And we just don't get any pressure. Our defensive ends, I'm telling you, their offensive tackles did a good job. Justin Scott knocks the ball loose, and Hunter Jewell gets another one. He's got an INT on that series, and he gets a fumble recovery on that series.
So he fumbled it, and he got the fumble back.
He got the fumble back. So anyway, good job by the defense. And we've got the ball in good field position. We throw it to Jacob Dixon, and I think a grasshopper there got him.
Hey, I think he smashed it with his hand when he went down.
So anyway.
He's going to trip me again.
Hunter Palmer trying to make the curve there, and we got a play side linebacker that we're not getting anybody to. They've made a little bit of an adjustment there.
He's a pretty good ball player too.
And Ben does a good job of escaping. And we got Jacob Dixon behind them, and they just barely get their hand on the ball there. Kutras, he just barely tipped that ball, which made it very difficult for Jacob to catch. So we've got to punt it back to him. And so we've got them backed up deep in there into the field. They try a little quick screen. Landon Fouch, Cooper Lawson, they do a good job there. They hold them to a very minimum gain, maybe at 1 yard. Quarterback draw. We're not in bad shape. He does pick up 2 or 3. We've got him 3rd and 5 or 6 though. Winnable down. Need to win. Get off the field. And
we did.
We're in good shape there. They can't hit the little out route.
Boy, you almost got that one.
Jacoby comes up, fair catch. We've got the ball in great field position again. I'm telling you, you know, we're winning the field position battle. We need to win the scoreboard battle now. Jacoby Thomas carrying the football there.
Run
Picks
him
up
over.
the first down.
Flatten back that boy. I love it.
Come back, try to run him again. This time Big 40 grabs him, but grabs his face mask as well.
He's trying to tear his head off, what it looked like.
And then we move. They got it 1st and 10. You know, 22, but we get a false start. And come back and run Jacoby there. Great job blocking out in front of him. Good run by Jacoby.
God, what a cut.
1st down inside the goal. We go to our Wildcat look. And I thought he was going to get in right there, but we, again, didn't get anybody off to the linebacker. And we did double some people out of the way, though, where it was a one-on-one play. We're going to come right back, and this time he's going to fake it to Hunter Palmer. And Ian Poe gets the end wrapped, and Jacoby's able to put it in.
Step in untouched.
Justice Chadwick here, getting ready to kick. Ben Fulton holding, Brody Melton snapping. And Justice puts it through. And we've got ourselves back in the ball game with basically 17 minutes to play in the ball game.
Yeah, with an undefeated team.
Kick it short again. This time Landon Fouch makes the tackle.
Great tackle.
And they're going to take over at 36-yard line. Quarterback's on keep it on a boot, and this time he puts a rope there. Landon got turned around by the receiver that time. Good job by them executing their play. And Landon's having to play on an island over there because we're giving number 8 attention, and our corners have to play on an island anyway.
What they used to call that, a hook, when we played, back when we played. That's that old pass you go out and a hooker back around.
And they get us there as we're doubling the other receiver and trying to play single coverage on that gentleman, and he got by us.
So the defense takes over.
Then they trap us right there and pick up big yardage. And I mean, they're responding like a good football team. We've taken it down and scored, and they're pounding it back.
Number 2's a tough.
They're going to make a mistake right here, though, and Tydrell Mitchell is going to recover the football. And
defense
gets the ball back for us. We got it deep in our own territory. We need 2 first downs before we turn it back over to them. Hunter Palmer, great cut, great hard run, great blocking by the O-line. Gave us a hole there. We don't come back, if I remember right. And
There's one first down.
maybe where we hit Jacob. Yep. Jacob's on it, and he cuts it up north and south. And see how fast Kutrus gets there?
Yeah.
I mean, it looked like he was getting ready to rip them for a first down, and 8's just a blur coming into the picture. And sometimes he doesn't make the tackle, but even when he doesn't make the tackle, there he is again. So he missed the tackle, but he changes the dynamics on the play. It makes the runner no longer has the option of in or out. It's going one way or the other. And we've got a short yardage play here, and Hunter Palmer, again, we don't block the front side backer, but Hunter makes the front side backer miss him, and he gets the first down. So we get 2 first downs there, but we get a penalty that backed it up, and so we end up throwing it deep. And as I told Ben, I said, Ben, that was as good as a punt.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, not quite as deep as Will punts it, but you never know when 8's going to grab a punt and take it to the house. They rip us there. That's a good job by them. I mean, I've watched it from the end zone cut and everything else. They just block us.
Yeah.
You know, good win by them. Here comes the trap again, and they don't pick up 5 on the trap, but I can tell you this, that's the last time they pick up any yardage on the trap. We finally are going to figure out if he's under the center and the running back's up a little closer, trap's coming, and we're going to stop it in the fourth quarter. But they're moving.
We're in a football game.
10-7, it is a football game.
Friday night
exciting
lights.
Environment, you know, I mean, as you said earlier, it's just a great environment. They have beautiful facilities. Their fans get into it. Their student body is huge. They've got a big chunk of the stands taken up by their student body, and so they do a great job.
Yeah, and it's this is their 4th year, 3rd year? That school, something like
fourth, I believe.
Yeah, 4th year of that school even being in existence. But it's a blowing up part of Nashville, coming out of Nashville right there.
They're probably, I would say if I was taking a guess, that their enrollment's a 5A school right now.
Oh, yeah.
Playing 4A. And because they were only like 10 students away last year at this time. If you get a 20% increase in your enrollment, it automatically kicks you up every 2 years. And I think
so we'll have to play
they were
again
just
next
short.
Year.
We will. They were just short of that 20% increase. So I'm pretty sure that they're probably a 5A school playing 4A right now.
Right now, yeah, that's true. And we'll have to play them again next year.
We will, and they're a junior-laden offensive team. Now they were a senior-laden defensive team.
Right. So,
but they're a junior. They're stud players, with the exception. Well, I say with the exception, their quarterback is a junior. Number 40, who plays defensive outside linebacker for them, he's committed to Miami of Ohio, a MAC school. Kutrus is committed right now to Liberty to go play for Hugh Freeze at Liberty University. Those are two seniors they'll miss.
Yeah, we won't miss them, will we?
No.
All right, folks. After this commercial break, we'll be back with an exciting fourth quarter.
The wait is finally over. The all-new redesigned Ford Ranger is back at Russell Barnett Ford of Tullahoma. Stop and test drive one today at Russell Barnett Ford of Tullahoma on Highway 55, home of the lifetime powertrain warranty. And remember, my question is, why buy anywhere else?
Who's eligible to join Ascend Federal Credit Union? Them, her, him, them, him, all of them. Her, and him, but not him. There's a way for you to join too. And if you live in Middle Tennessee and want to get the most out of your money, you should. Ascend Federal Credit Union. Open your account today at ascend.org.
Are your teeth dull, chipped, stained, or crooked? If so, call the dental practice of Dr. Mike Long. For a wider, brighter, more attractive smile, Dr. Long offers cosmetic dentistry at its best through whitening, bonding, and veneers. Dr. Long also uses laser technology, eliminating anesthesia and drilling. When you are ready to enhance your smile, call Dr. Mike Long, Family Practice Dentistry for 29 years.
Daddy Billy's Deli Bar and Grill has been open at 119 Northwest Atlantic Street in Tullahoma for over 40 years, serving up good times and great food. Owner Nick Smith has made a great investment to remodel the inside, which is now a non-smoking facility, and add a great outdoor patio area with a covered stage, a fire pit, and a second bar where smoking is allowed. The food remains great at Daddy Billy's, from burgers to paninis, salads, wings, with new items being added all the time. Be part of the good times at Daddy Billy's, 119 Northwest Atlantic Street, downtown Tullahoma.
When your family suffers the loss of a loved one, the caring and compassionate staff at Tullahoma Funeral Home and Coffee County Funeral Chapel are standing by to assist you in every way possible. We are proud to support local industry and offer only Batesville caskets. Many funeral homes don't own or operate a crematory. We utilize the only crematory in Coffee County. Your loved one never leaves Coffee County. We can accommodate any need and any budget. Consider our complete pre-need service to remove this burden from your family during their time of grief. Lock in today's low costs and protect from inflation. Tullahoma Funeral Home and Coffee County Funeral Chapel. Our family caring for your family.
Get your news first, fast, and free with your news leader on 6 every Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday nights at 6, 8, and 10 p.m. Local weather, sports, community calendar events, and a comprehensive look at the latest news stories and news makers as only a video news broadcast can do. Get it first, fast, and free with News Leader on Channel 6, your local information network.
Okay, they open up with the ball close on us, and they catch us right there. We had a little trouble getting lined up, and I'm telling you, 30 made some big plays against us right there.
Did. This 3-point ball game.
1st and 10, they're down inside the 20. Backs against the wall, defense has got to rise to the occasion.
All night. They've been against the wall all night.
Get him down, we got him, we hit him there. Logan Crouch was the first one to get to him, and not able to get him down though. He picks up about 5. Strong young man, there's the trap, but this time Logan Crouch does get him, and for a very short gain. So we got him in a 3rd down situation. And they're finally going to make a mistake and hold us, or at least get called for it. So
I would think too about now with these guys, as much as they, as I said earlier, destroyed whoever they played. I'm sure they're getting a little bit frustrated.
I don't know. They were
cool, calm, and collected.
Yeah, they're a good football team. Right there's your holding, as it pulled Jacob Floyd down on the blitz there. And so we'll take the penalty and try to back them up a little bit, because the penalty came so deep behind the line of scrimmage. And you people that have known me for years, I think it's the worst penalty in high school football, is that you're penalized from where the holding spot is. And instead of like all the other levels of football, it goes back to the line of scrimmage. When it happens behind the line, it goes back to the line of scrimmage, and it's a 10-yard penalty from the line of scrimmage. But I can actually get an unsportsmanlike penalty or a personal foul penalty that will penalize me 15 yards. And that penalty right there on them, they got penalized like 19 yards on that penalty. We get penalized 21 yards later on in this game. I just think it's a terrible rule that high school football needs to change and get it like everybody else, that if the holding happens behind the LOS, then because you shouldn't be penalized on a holding call worse than an unsportsmanlike penalty. It just makes no sense to me. Ben kind of running for his life there. And so we're going to have to throw the ball away. I'm telling you, throwing the ball against them on third down is just tough. Young offensive lineman getting a great education. Now we got to hang on because they've got great field position and they got momentum. We're going to finally get him down over there, but not until he's picked up 7 yards. But again, they get a penalty, and so it backs them back up. And then we give it 5 of it right back. So they're in a 1st and 14. And they run a screen and run it to perfection. I mean, they get us, and Brian Nims runs him down. I'm glad to see him hustling because the young man was making big yardage.
Right. Missed him.
We're all over the quarterback, and then it's going to get blown dead because his helmet came off. And to be honest with you, I can't tell you. I know what they called, but they didn't mark it.
They didn't mark anything.
So anyway, I just sat there quiet after I realized they were going to. I was over there griping about because it was going to be 15 against us and then 5 back. And anyway, when I realized they were just on let it play right there, I go, shut up, Olive. Let them snap this thing and go. Tyreek had made that good play on the dive there and putting the heat on the quarterback there, and he throws it up. We're having to play one-on-one there, and Quentin does a good job. And we put a little pressure on, and he finally kicks like a regular high school kicker instead of
well, he was back
superstar.
He was back.
It was a good long 40, 42, 43-yard field goal. It wasn't a give me. But that's good. It gives us a chance. We miss Hunter there.
That was blocked to perfection. Of course, other than number 8. Number
8 was coming.
He was coming.
And can't quite get turned up there. Jacoby fighting for hard yards. Big third down. 3rd and about 8. That's tough against this outfit in particular. And Ben buys some time, and he's going to find Hunter Jewell. And so we get a big play because our quarterback buys some time, just like their quarterback has hit us with a couple of big plays. And we run a little boot there and try to hit Hunter, but who's right there around his legs?
Number 8.
Number 8. You know, instead of it being a 4 or 5 yard gain, it's a 2-yard gain. Come back, try to run palm there, and the big defensive tackle had come through. Throw it out here to Jacob, and Jacob, great job. Look, it looked like he wasn't going to gain anything, and now we got a chance. It's 4th and 2. We're going to try to draw them off sides, and that doesn't work, so we take a timeout. And
we need to score right here.
Yeah, we're going to go for it. There's no ifs, ands, and buts about it. But we can't get them to jump, so we'll take the timeout. And good discipline by them. And here they do some really funny things. They're on a double cover, a receiver that we have. We've got a run pass option on, and that's the nose guard. That senior nose guard makes the play against us. And just, you know, we got 2 sophomore linemen, and they try to block and scheme that they just couldn't block it against that big guy. It'll be something we learn from, and We'll learn from it. 2 in a row. I'm telling you, Jacob played well. And here comes the quarterback on the counter, and again,
in there again.
We're closing well on the board.
Floyd and friends.
Yep. And one of the things we talked about with Jacoby is don't fair catch this one. You got to try to run it. We got to see. We're trying to hold everybody up. We're giving ourselves a chance. There's a minute something to go in the game. We just got to be able to execute, and we're not. You see the yellow handkerchief on the ground, and it's going to be I said it was a 21-yard penalty. It's going to be a 17-yard penalty. And
we're back on the other side of the 50-yard line.
Yeah. It maybe was what I said.
Yeah,
I just remember it was a long ways.
It was a bunch.
Because they penalized us way more than what it was supposed to have been. And then Kucherus gets the interception there. And so that's the ball game. I knew it had moved it way back. And like I said, the rules need to be changed.
Yeah, that's ridiculous.
Because you should not. I understand getting penalized for holding, but in college, if that had been a college game, it would have been 10 yards from the LOS. And the same thing for them earlier.
Yeah.
It would have just been a 10-yard penalty. And if it's NFL, it's definitely that way. College is that way. We're the only ones that are holding to the way holding was penalized. Not exactly when you and I played, because it was a 15-yard penalty when you and I played. We have made it a 10-yard penalty. And if it's beyond the line of scrimmage, it's enforced from the spot of the foul, and it comes back 10 yards. In all the other sport levels of football, if it's behind the line of scrimmage, it goes back to the LOS, and then you're penalized from the LOS 10 yards. So it's a 10-yard penalty. But in high school football, if I get caught holding 8 yards behind the LOS because I'm an offensive tackle and I've kicked back, and
it's an 18-yard
it can be
penalty.
Various things that cause it to happen. I can be blocking perfectly, but my quarterback scrambles, and all of a sudden the guy starts pulling away from me. Well, what do my hands do? My hands immediately follow him out, and most of the time, because you're able to use your hands in blocking nowadays, you normally have parts of the jersey. I mean, that's just a given. And so anyway, but when you start sprinting away from me and my hands are extended, they don't call holding on that just about every time.
And that's a 20-yard penalty if you're 10 yards behind the line of scrimmage.
That's correct.
Yeah. So, well, what we're going to do right now, did we get another commercial break? Did he say no?
Said no.
He said no. Well, we want to thank our sponsors anyway then. How about we'll take that commercial break right there. Thank you, sponsors, for allowing us to be on the air for 27 years. Coach, we're not going to have a football game this week.
No.
Spring break or fall break.
Fall break, and we've given our young men off until Thursday. We'll gather back up Thursday afternoon and practice Thursday and Friday. We'll go to the weight room both those days and then go out and practice. Get ready for Lawrenceburg. That's the next one up, and whether you win or lose, you got to get ready for the next one. That's one of the great things about sports, is that you don't have time to think about how great that victory was or how bad that loss was. You got to get ready for the next one, and you get a chance to either prove yourself all over, or what I'm trying to say is you just don't have time to think about where you are. You got to get ready for the next opponent.
Well, as I said earlier, compared to the other people that have played Nolensville, we should hold ourselves proud of what we did last night. We just need to clean a few things up.
Yeah, got to get to where we can beat a good team.
Yeah. So, with that said, folks, enjoy your spring break, fall break, if you get to take one. And remember that we're going to play Lawrenceburg in 2 weeks, and that'll be home.
That will be home.
That will be a home game, so be sure and show up in the stands for that. And thank you very much for watching, and all you Hollingsworths over there, I hope your bacon and eggs was good this morning, and Fulton's too. Those are, we can't thank our volunteers enough that help with our, and Randy and the people who help move equipment and set up the football field, and
Randy Wilson and Ricky Christie. I call him Ricky's crew.
Dr. Ricky.
He's done it for years. He's done it for the 27 years that I've been here. Ricky gets everything packed, gets everything ready to go, and then he asked for volunteers to be honest with you, we used to send managers.
Right.
But carrying them in a private vehicle was not the wisest thing, and we live in a world that says you better do some things legally. I can remember when I shouldn't chase this rabbit, but I can remember when I was in high school, the manager for our football team got sent to Knoxville all the time to the athletic house to pick up athletic equipment for the high school. So
in their own car?
In their own vehicle or the coach's vehicle. The coach might have to loan him a vehicle because you didn't have very many students with vehicles back then, and I can't remember if Randy had a vehicle or not. But anyway, Randy Wilson has driven for a long, long time. He and Gary Hall used to be the ones that would do it together, and anyway, now it's Jimmy Hollingsworth and Tom Fulton that have helped out for the last couple of years.
It's called the Tullahoma Wildcat football team. They're part of the team that make all of this happen.
Make it all happen.
And we want to also thank a tireless volunteer, Mark Moran, for what he's done, and that bunch that works with him with the quarterback club for years and years of service. When most people, when their kids disappear, they disappear. Mark Moran has been like a rock.
Mark has stayed, and he's got a group of parents that some of them have stayed. Their sons have long since gone through our program. And it's not like they have grandsons coming up here because they don't live here in our town. And so anyway, it's a neat thing.
It is. It's part of the culture. And it's a great culture. It's Tullahoma Wildcat football. If you don't leave it behind, it's always exciting. We're always in play. We never quit. And we're usually in better shape than anybody we play because of our coaching staff and the culture that's built there by Coach Olive and all those men that work with him. It's a proud thing to have your children go through that program, your young men. So I don't care what the doctors and all these other people say. Play football. You will never forget it. Carry it with you for the rest of your life. It will teach you how to survive through the rest of your life. We'll see you next time.